Hey everyone, Robert Blackbird Studio here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at my MODBox system from Klein Tools. Get into the different pieces I have, what I'm utilizing them for. Take a look at what is available. This is by no means everything that's available, but we'll take a look, so stick around. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're taking a look at the Klein MODBox system. This is the pieces that I have as of right now. Pretty sure this is all of them. But vast majority of these, all but one of these, are the MODBox 1.0. I've got one of the MODBox 2.0 pieces in here. I'll be doing a separate video, a comparison between the two. Hey everybody, I'm Robert with Blackbird Studio. Today we're going to be diving into my MODBox setup. I've got some complete stacks of the rigid system, the Klein's MODBox system, and then also sustainers. I've got a ton of sustainers by Thanos and Festool all around here in stacks that I use for storage. But like I said, today we're going to talk about my Klein MODBox system. All but one piece that I've got here is the MODBox 1.0. I did pick up one so far of the MODBox 2.0s, and I'll be doing a separate video on a comparison between the two of the systems, or excuse me, the old MODBox 1.0 and the new version, what the differences are, at least the specific differences in the single piece that I bought. I've got both the same piece in both the 1.0 and 2.0. But let's go ahead and dig right in. I'm going to be using my own names for these. I'll pop up on the screen what Klein really calls these in their catalog, and also what the current price is, if I can locate the price for each of these MODBox 1.0 pieces. So those will be on the screen. Now, this is the first one. This I call the big boy. This is, as you can see, it's almost triple the height of the standard bigger pieces. And when I start breaking these down, I think I'll actually measure this. I'm going to have to get down to my thicker pieces down here to be able to actually offset it and measure the height of this compared to those. But call this, like I said, I call this my big boy. This is just a really deep storage container. You can see I've got some feather boards in here. It comes with this piece as well as two internal dividers. Now this by Weehee Designs, Weehee, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Weehee Designs is what I call it, is an insert piece that I bought, 3D printed, fits perfectly in there, and this makes it so I can put hanging file folders in this, which is what I'm going to be using this for when I finally get my paperwork straightened out for in here. This lid comes off. Hold it in a 45-degree angle. This can lift right off, which dust collector hose allows that to sit perfectly. This can be used just as a tote, just as a tool tote for you to carry tools around in. This handle wraps down, locks into place. This whole unit can actually snap into the lid, and the lid can be attached to the bottom of it for carrying it around. I personally would not recommend that. If you look at this, it's got this rubber seal, which makes it all the IPX, blah, 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 whatever numbers rated for water and dust. But I don't want the weight of this, especially if it's filled with tools, pushing down on that gasket. Slides right back into place very easily, locks down. Grab by the handle, move it out the way. Forgot to put that back. All right, next I call this the half deep. I like to call them by their what they look like. My help if I press them. But these can go side by side. side by side. They can be stacked one on top of each other. Inside here, this comes full of dividers. You'll see in the bigger ones how the dividers can move around and whatnot. I use this for some stuff for cleaning my laser head, also keep my roll magnets in here. You'll see as I go through these that I've got a lot of empty space still to fill it up. This is the same type. This, I've got some finished, ready to go scripture magnets from my Etsy store. Got into it in another video how I made those. Alright, now these I call the thin big, the big fins. These are really thin. Let me see, get some measurement here. This is only 2.5 inches. So you can see inside. This I'm using right now for tubes for my pen turning and some accessories and parts. These are the rubber pieces from Comfort Grip pens. Both of these thin ones I keep locked together over at my pen turning setup. This one, I've got all my bushings for my pen turning, different bushing sets. Alright, so this is my brand new MODBox 2.0. Like I said, we'll get into a video of the differences. This, I've only had for a couple days, and as you can see, it's completely empty. Not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. I specifically bought it for the video. So we'll check that out in another video. Oh, and by the way, the last one and this one, I call my deep wide, because they're deeper than the thins and they're wider. As you see, this I've got primarily stuff for my laser. I threw this in here. Because I was using it to tear an old laser apart when I was planning on getting some parts to fix it, but I actually decided to, I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at the camera, I've been focusing on this. I decided to just throw that laser away because it wasn't worth repairing. It was going to be $100 for a new control board, and the whole laser was, to sell it, I might get $100 for it, so I just threw it in the trash. So I just haven't moved that to a new home yet. Now, let me try this real quick. These just sit, your back edge sits down in, front edge sits down in, and it slides and locks in. Alright, that is going to work. I'm just offsetting these so I can check to see the height. I don't know if this needs to be 3 halves. Oh, that's it. Do that. If I had, instead of this hanging off, imagine that I had another one of these in the same thickness. There you go. It locks right into place. So that tells me this big boy is the depth of 3 of these. Good. Now I know. I really wasn't sure before. To unlock these, push this red button in, slide the bar, and it recesses down into the bottom. That's how you lock the drawers in. So this top drawer, I'm not using it for anything right now. I'll figure out something to use this for, put it in. This, I've got my know you can't see the camera. My collection of Zollstock folding rulers. I like to collect those, especially ones that have some branding on them. I got a Festool as well as a CNGI from Germany. For some reason, the folding rulers, Zollstocks as they're called in Europe, are very popular in the Scandinavian countries and in Germany. So the majority of the ones that are used for advertising come from Eastern Europe, and that's where I end up having to get them from overseas. So now in my bottom set of drawers, here I've just got some pre-made of my sports themes so that I can finish those up real quick with some personalization if somebody orders them. In my bottom one, I've got blanks of both the white cedar and the red cedar to use for my scripture magnets. So as you can see, I've still got a fair amount of storage space left to go in this, and still have plenty of space, but I've still got a lot of stuff stored in here. Now you can see on the side here, this is an added accessory. It gives me 3, possibly 4, because I can divide this one. Different storage pockets. I like to keep my level in here. I've got a chisel, an old beat up chisel, as well as some picks, dental picks, that I'll use with my laser. Keep a tape measure clipped on to this bar. It has some holes right here. You can actually take a pencil, a regular pencil, not one of these big ones. You can clip on just like that. And then on the bottom here, this plate is an accessory, and it allows you to take any of these Klein Quick Connect systems. I forget what they call this. This was just a socket set, and put these onto the side. Let's roll around to the back. I've got one of my big levels. Now these I want to give a shout out. These are Stabila's blackout levels. You'll see down here at the bottom, there's a little recess that this level can sit in, and it goes through this. You can switch sides. It's got a bigger section here. This is how we're going to lower and raise the transport bar. All you're going to do to release it is pull these 2 bars out, and you'll see that there's a red, let's see if I can see it. Yeah, red section right on both of these. It tells me that it's unlocked. And this thing completely pulls out. So nice and easy to remove that if you need it once you get it in position and you don't want the handle sticking up, so you can access things easier. Now put it all back together. One thing I want to mention, all of your boxes have in them, integrated into them, a hole that's reinforced by metal, this steel. And what this is for is you can actually run a cable lock all the way through all these. It's a little bit offset, but it still has room for you to hook them through. These all lock back into place. So you can configure these however you want for your personal setup. See, I used a slightly different configuration. And then you're ready to go. Roll back up. So that's just what I have. Wanted to do this as a single take, no retakes, no video editing. This is my setup for my MODBox, and I'm sure I'll get more pieces in the future as more stuff comes up. They make a half width deep drawer, single drawer that I want to get. At least one of when Lowe's starts carrying them. They don't have them in the stores yet, but I'll be keeping my eye out for that. For some reason I'm really out of breath this morning. I don't know why. Heart's racing. But if you like what you see, if you like this video, my videos, I think are getting better the more I do. Stick around and you'll see my ease in front of the camera, all that get better over time. But a subscribe, a like, a share, all would be greatly appreciated as I try and grow this small woodworking channel. Y'all, as always, have a great day.